Introduction. History of Macromedia Flash. The history of Flash can be traced back to the 1980s, when high school student Jonathan Gay used an old Apple II computer to create computer drawing programs. He entered one of these programs known as Super Paint in the school science fair. After he won, his program caught the attention of local software developer Charlie Jackson. Jackson was in the process of starting a company known as Silicon Beach Software, which would produce programs for the Macintosh computer line. With little funding available to hire experienced developers, Jackson hired Gay to help create his programs. Gay worked at Silicon Beach through the end of college. He developed a number of computer games for the company, including the popular Dark Castle, as well as an illustration program called IntelliDraw. Using the animation and the graphic skills he learned from developing these programs, Gay decided to launch his own company and create software for pen computers, an electronic tablet that users could write on with a special pen. He founded FutureWave Software in January 1993 and immediately created Smart Sketch. These programs would allow users to draw electronically on their computers and had little success due to its late market entry. By 1995, the developers of FutureWave realized the potential for using Smart Sketch as an animation tool. At that time, the Internet and the World Wide Web were relatively new concepts. Gay and his team added animation and Java features to Smart Sketch and renamed it as FutureSplash Animator. This program was the very first version of the Flash program we use today. Before shipping FutureSplash, Gay decided he would have better success by partnering with a bigger company. He spoke with both Adobe and Fractal Designs, and neither was impressed with the program. In summer 1996, the first units of FutureSplash Animator were sold to the public. FutureSplash Animator was such a success in the computer market that Microsoft approached the developers within just a few months of the program's release. Microsoft was planning their online version of MSN and believed that FutureSplash would provide the smoothest and highest quality graphics. Disney Online also used the program to develop their website. By November 1996, Macromedia offered to purchase the program, and by December, Gay accepted. Macromedia shortened the product name to Flash and hired Jonathan Gay as a technology vice president. Over the next decade, Macromedia released 8 versions of Flash, each more advanced than the last. By 2005, the program was equipped to stream live music and video and was widely used for a variety of animation and graphics applications. At the end of 2005, Adobe Systems acquired Macromedia, including the Flash program they had passed on more than a decade earlier. Now let's proceed to the Macromedia Flash 8 environment. First, open the Macromedia Flash 8. As you all know, it can be opened by clicking its icon on the desktop or in the Start menu. After opening, you will see a Start page will appear. Start page provides easy access links to create and open Flash documents. Then I'll just choose Flash document. Now what you see is the Flash environment. Let's define them one by one. This area is called the menu bar. A menu is a list of commands that you use to accomplish specific tasks. A command is a directive that accesses a feature of a program. Flash has its own set of menus, which are located on the menu bar along the top of the Flash window. This is what we call the timeline. The timeline organizes and controls media elements over a linear timeline in rows called channels and in columns called frames. The timeline displays a movie's timeline and monitors the playback frame by frame. A frame represents a single point in a movie. The timeline includes layers that control different parts of the movie. Layer. This is the layer. The concept of the layer is basic to manage Flash efficiently. Because of its importance, we will dedicate an entire unit to it. Even so, let's see a great characteristic of the layers. A layer could be defined as one independent movie of only one level. That is to say, one layer contains its own timeline with endless frames. The objects that are one layer share a frame, and due to this fact, they can get mixed up among themselves. Frequently, it could be interesting, but other times it is convenient to separate the objects in order that they do not interfere among them. For this, we will create as many layers as necessary. Furthermore, the use of many layers gives place to a good ordered movie and easy of use. This is the edit bar. The edit bar displays what editing mode you are working in and allows you to switch scenes. This area is what we call the document window. The document window displays open Flash documents which include the timeline, the edit bar, the stage. Also includes tabs to make it easier to switch back and forth between documents. At the top of the document window is the edit bar. The edit bar displays what editing mode you are working and allows you to switch scenes. This area is what we call the toolbar, also known as the tools panel. It contains a set of tools you can use to create shapes such as lines, rectangles, rounded rectangles, and ellipses. You can fill shapes with a color, pattern, or custom tile. The shapes and buttons to create in Flash are saved as media elements in the layers. This is what we call the Property Inspector. The Property Inspector provides a convenient way to view and change attributes of any selected object or multiple objects, such as graphics and shapes on the stage in your movie. After you select an object, relevant commands and associated fields for it appear in the Property Inspector. This area is what we call the panel windows. Panel windows give you access to authoring tools and attribute settings for elements. This two arrow is called docking channel, a temporary place to attach and detach panels.